So I think we need a new second generation grandmother hypothesis. And if you don't know what that is, it's just basically nature providing a sort of longer extended lifespan after menopause. So like, certain whales and other mammals that live in big families, they live longer, and they generally this biological concept is used for extended family and raising kids. But in our financial climate, there's obviously no way we're having alloparenting. But I think when it comes to the millions of infertile cis women that exist, this would save them the societal essentialism. Along with trans women, this would also spare them too. I would say trans men, but I think they more or less they lose out on a positive stereotype that is usually afforded to cis men. So yeah, I think it's a little bit of a different issue, because in terms of like child rearing and femininity and beauty, this is obviously a woman thing. So I feel like with the grandmother hypothesis, with the infertile women that are shamed by society for the most part, and there are older women that can remember feeling ashamed that they couldn't have kids, or they regret not having kids. Maybe their family shamed them a little bit. So I feel like this would be good to put into the mind of society. And I know the left hates naturalistic fallacies, but we don't really have to see this as a completely biological thing, because usually when we think of biological women, we think of having kids, but nature has paved the way, so we don't have to think that way in terms of kin selection and the longer lifespan, and we're allowed to think differently about our ranks and goals and roles in life. So I think this would actually really help. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we have general acceptance, but we don't really know how to frame it necessarily, because there's like so much leftist infighting sometimes, and there's like some people that say bisexuality is like transphobic, and I can sort of see why, but it's ridiculous. Anyways, yeah, there's a lot of confusion around what it means to be a woman, and I feel like they get the most shit when it comes to the scapegoat of being tied down with a kid. And we past society and current society still probably is like, well, why do you have a job? Why aren't you staying home with your kid? And yada yada yada. I think that was one of the possible grandmother hypothesis that existed around the old feminist ages, a few years ago, like 60s, and the suffrage movement, where women were allowed to like do more things and not just be held down by children. But yeah, I think our society needs a new way of looking at this, as more and more women are not being able to have kids. So I think that's just general respect. So yeah, see ya.